What is up, y'all? Back with another video. And in this one, I'm gonna do some movie reviews because it's almost 5 o'clock in the evening here on Monday, and the mail still hasn't shown up yet. So I'm thinking that they're gonna be super backed up because they had Saturday and Sunday off. So they probably got a ton of stuff to deliver, and they're probably it's just taking them a while to get here. But when they do get here, I'm just guessing that they're going to leave a basket of movies at the door because I've got a ton of them en route. I mean, I've got a lot. So, like I said, I was waiting and waiting and waiting for the new ones to get here, but they're just not here yet. So we're going to go ahead and roll it. However, I still think I've got plenty to talk about, and this will be a full-length video, even without the new releases. I've got 2 new releases in here. We're going to save those to the end. They're the ones I got on Friday. But yeah, I mean, seeing as it was the 4th of July weekend and none of the mail went out, yeah, I bet they're just super backed up. I know working yesterday for Amazon sucked ass. My God, we had so much crap to deliver. I couldn't even believe it. I looked at my amount of packages that I had, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, are you kidding me? And then I looked at everybody else, and they all had the same amount. So it was crazy. It sucked. I worked for 11 hours yesterday. It was like 96 degrees, melting my ass off. Nobody cares. Let's get into these movie reviews. And real quick, right off the bat, I want to give 2 warnings out. Number 1, spoiler alert. Number 2, I'm going to give my honest opinion on these movies. They may not be popular opinions, but I'm not like some of these other movie channels that just glaze everything. They love every movie. They never have anything negative to say about anything. They just love everything. Okay, I'm not that guy. I am completely not that guy. I love movies, and as much as I love some movies, I dislike other movies. So, like, if there's something that I don't like, I'm going to tell you about it. So just be warned. If that's not what you want to hear, you might not want to watch this video. Go watch one of those other guys that they love everything. It doesn't matter what the movie is, they love it. Okay, that's not me. And let's go bad to worse here with these movie reviews. Looks like I've got 7 of them. But right off the bat, 4-film shark collection. Remember when I got this a couple days ago? Paid like $1.75 for it. That was probably a waste of $1.75 because I tried to watch Shark Attack Part 1 today. Couldn't even get through it. Could not get through it. The good thing about the movie is that it had real shark footage. The bad thing is it did not have real actors and actresses. Oh my God. But you're like, dude, it has Casper Van Dien in it. I get it. It has Casper Van Dien in it. And he was okay. It was just everybody else in the movie was atrocious. This thing even had Ernie Hudson in it. And he wasn't even that good. Yeah, it was... Some of the acting was just so terrible. Just unbelievably bad. The blonde chick that's in it, God, man. Of course, she's got to be like a complete bitch throughout the whole movie. Just arguing and giving Casper Van Dien shit about everything he says. Just a smart-ass response to everything he says. She's annoying. He's like telling her, he's like, don't go diving here. You don't have experience with sharks. Well, I'm going to do it anyways because I'm a girl. It's like, shut the fuck up. I hope you get eaten, dumb bitch. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I give Shark Attack, I give that, let's be generous, go 2 out of 10. 2 stars out of 10. That's being generous. It's more like a 1.5. Let's move on to the next one. Liam Neeson in Unknown. And I had gotten this for pretty much free. I bought a DVD bundle pack that had a bunch of DVDs in it, and this was just one that was in there. I really wasn't buying the bundle to get this, but like I said, it came with them. So I was like, yeah, what the heck, let's get it. Who knows, this might be good. This sucked. Okay, I watched it because, like I said, I didn't know anything about it. It was unknown to me, and I wish I would have just not watched it. This was so bad. Like, I could not get into the story at all. It starts out with Liam Neeson and his wife going over to Germany for some big science convention. And then Liam Neeson gets in a wreck and he loses his memory. And when he comes back to, he tries to find his wife because he's been in this like coma for 4 days. And when he finds his wife acts like she doesn't know who he is. I'm telling you, I fell asleep through half this, and I didn't even care enough to rewind it and watch it. It was just so dumb. Like, I couldn't get it. It's like, who cares? I don't know. I didn't like this. Maybe other people liked it, but this is one I could do without in the collection. Like, if I could sell this for $1, I would. Moving on, we're getting into the better stuff now. I actually watched Ghostbusters 1 today. Haven't watched part 2 yet, but I watched the first one again, and I had not seen that for a long time. And comparing it to Unknown and Shark Attack 1, this came off like The Godfather or something. This was like a great piece of cinema compared to those two turds of movies. I mean, it's good. It's a good movie. I can see why this was so popular back in the day. Like I said, I was really never big into the Ghostbusters, but watching this again, it was actually better than I remember it being. It was actually pretty good. And I'm going to tell you right now, Bill Murray makes this movie. You take Bill Murray out of this, and this thing would have flopped. I'm sorry, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, their characters were boring. For the most part, they really didn't offer that much. I mean, they were like the straight guys to Bill Murray, but Bill Murray has got like 95% of the jokes. The other guys are just kind of there. They really don't do much, except provide like, you know, all the scientific explanations. Harold Ramis has like one funny line where the girl's like, "What are you into?" He's like, "I'm into spores, fungus, and molds," or something like that. And then just like that's the only funny thing he says. Aykroyd really doesn't have a lot of funny lines. I'm telling you, this thing is all Bill Murray. 100% Bill Murray. He makes this movie. But it was good. It was entertaining. It's got that one bad guy. The guy from Die Hard, the reporter, that kind of red-haired guy. you just hate him so much. Like, you just hate his face. He's just such a douchebag. But yeah, he works for the EPA in this, and he's the one that has them shut down their little containment facility, and it releases all the ghosts back into New York. But it's like, dude, there's something about that guy's face. In the Die Hard movies, you just love it so much when Bonnie Bedelia punches him in the face and knocks out 2 of his teeth. you just love it because he's just such an asshole. But yeah, this was good. I mean, I liked it. And I love Rick Moranis' character when he turns into the Keymaster. He's walking around with his arms out. He's just like, why do you have your arms out like that? He's so funny. Yeah, Rick Moranis is gold. Heck of an 80s actor. So great. But yeah, Ghostbusters 1. I'm going to have to watch part 2 here soon. And I was a little upset because when I ordered this Blu-ray set, it was missing the bonus disc. And it came in this big fat 3-disc case. And this is also the UK version. This is like the UK Blu-ray thing. So I was a little worried at the beginning. I stuck it in and it played just fine. But yeah, I was a little worried. And this is not a good Blu-ray transfer. Man, I don't know what the deal is, but this thing was like grainy looking. I mean, I realize it's an older movie shot on film. It's not digital. But it was just like extra grainy looking. Looked like a DVD or something. But it was still good. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Great movie. Great 80s movie. All right. And we've got 4 left. Next on the list, Ong Bak, the Thai Warrior. Or as Zach Galifianakis would say, the Thigh Warrior. In Hangover Part 2. The thigh over here in Thailand. It is so funny. Real quick, off the bat, I just gotta say, when I first got this in the mail and I was talking about it, I said that there's a scene where Tony Jaa jumps up and kicks a light out of a 10-foot tall light pole. That does not happen in this movie. So I got my movies confused again. Because I'm sitting there going, where is that scene? Where's the scene where he jumps up and like kicks out the light like 10 feet above his head? That's in another movie that he's in called The Protector, which is equally as awesome of a movie. If I ever see The Protector to buy for cheap, I'm going to snatch it up. But anyways, back to Ong Bak. This was great. Man, see, when you compare how the action scenes were filmed in this compared to like the Taken trilogy, in this they just show everything. They just show everything, whereas in Taken, everything's chopped up. like the fight scene's all chopped up and you really can't tell what's going on because it's just like these little eighth of a second little clips of just, you know, just all this random stuff. But in this one, I love it. They just play cool music and then they just show the whole fight. And like when he's doing his stunts, they'll show the stunt from like 2 or 3 different angles. Like they'll just replay it, him doing this crazy stunt. Because yeah, he does some cool stuff in this movie. I mean, there's a scene where he like jumps over a car. There's another one where he does the splits and like slides under a truck. Like completely slides all the way under the truck. And then they just show it from like 2 different angles. Like the whole thing uncut. So you can tell he's really doing it. There's no CGI bullshit or nothing. It's like him really doing these stunts. Another one where he jumps through like a little circle of barbed wire. It's like this big and he like puts his feet out in front and like puts his hands out and just like torpedoes himself through this little roll of barbed wire. It's like insane. It's like, how the hell did you do that? So yeah, I mean, Tony Jaa, I think this was like maybe one of his first movies. I think it was his first big one. I think this is the first time I ever saw him. And you can just tell like, oh yeah, that guy's going to be a star. He's great. And I think there are a couple sequels to this, and I'm going to pick those up too if I ever see them. I think there's an Ong Bak 2 and an Ong Bak 3. They're not quite as good as this first one, but I'm gonna get him if I see him. And his little sidekicks too are great. They make the movie good. His little shyster, I don't know if it's his cousin or something. The guy with the bald head, with the bald like shaved head, but it's like blonde looking. Yeah, he's funny. He's always trying to gamble and hustle and take people's money and then instantly go gamble with it and stuff. But yeah, he's good. The girl in it is good. I like this, man. For just like a pure action movie, you cannot go wrong with this. I mean, if you like seeing fight scenes and martial arts, especially the art of Muay Thai, man, this is awesome. Like when he's in that first boxing match, and he's fighting that white guy, and the white guy comes running at him, and he just lifts up and just knees him right in the face. You're like, damn! Like, that's badass. Yeah, lots of knees, lots of elbows in this, because it's Muay Thai. But yeah, this is great. This is a good movie. I'm glad I got it. It was totally worth the couple dollars. The bad guy that he's got to fight, the one that he boxes earlier in the movie and he throws the fight because he's told if he throws the fight, he'll get the Ong Bak head back. And that guy's like shooting up steroids or something. And at the end, he grabs like 5 syringes. Just like these 5 syringes, just jams them into his stomach. He's like all super powered. But yeah, he still loses. Great movie. Excellent movie. I highly recommend it. If you like martial art movies, dude, you got to watch Ong Bak. It's a classic. It's a modern day classic. All right. Next on the list here, District 9. This is a crazy movie. This thing is wild. It just keeps going in directions that you don't expect. It's out there. I love this. In my opinion, this is almost like a grindhouse movie with a budget. With a budget and really good special effects. Yeah, it's just so crazy. It's so out there. I love it. I love it so much. And the main guy, that's like South African guy, he's kind of funny. The stuff he says is hilarious, especially when they're going in and raiding the alien camp at the beginning. Stuff he's saying, it's funny. But yeah, it just keeps getting weirder and crazier the more the movie goes. When it first started off, I was like, I don't know if I even like this. Like, it honestly wasn't the movie that I remembered it being. I think I was getting this confused with Chappie. Chappie is another good one. As soon as I see that, I'm grabbing it with Hugh Jackman and the robots. For some reason, I was getting that confused with this for some reason. But this is more having to do with aliens. These aliens that their ship stalls over Johannesburg, South Africa, and they end up building this big camp for them. It's almost like they're referencing immigrants in a way. They're acting like the aliens are immigrants, and just the people don't want them there, and just shows them kind of like tearing shit up, not having respect for other people's stuff, and that type of thing. I feel like it's like an allegory. Allegory, is that the right word? For immigrants. For the way a lot of people view immigrants. But anyways, yeah, the movie starts off kind of like one of those movies where it shows people being interviewed, and then it'll cut to part of the movie, and then it shows another person getting interviewed, and then it'll cut to the movie. And I was like, I don't even know if I like this. So I think I paused it for a while, and then I came back, and I watched the rest of it, like I said, it just gets better and better. It really starts picking up the pace. I feel like it starts off slow, but by the end, man, you're like on a full-on roller coaster. When he's in that big mech suit at the end and they shoot the rocket and he just grabs the rocket out of the air, dude, that's like the pinnacle of the movie right there. I was like, yes, this is awesome. Because like I said, at the beginning, it's like you really don't like the aliens. They portray them in a bad light, but by the end of the movie, you're totally rooting for them. They're not the evil creatures that the beginning of the movie kind of makes them out to be. Yeah, it's really good. Man, I highly recommend this. This is a great movie. Great movie. All right, moving on to the last two, and these are both new additions. They're just new additions that I've watched already. I think I got these both on Friday. And like I said, I've already popped them in and watched both of them. First off the bat, The Last Starfighter, 1984. I remember seeing this in the theater when I was a little kid, and I thought it was pretty awesome. And I was actually even scared kind of by the aliens. But now when I watch it back later, I'm like, oh my God. Looks like the guy's wearing a rubber mask. Like, it's not scary at all. But like, I remember when the alien pops up in the back of the police car, and I was like, it kind of scared me a little bit when I was a little kid. I think I was only like 7 years old or something when this came out. So I was pretty young. But yeah, this was great. And I feel like this is one of the first movies that uses like CGI to show the spaceships and stuff. I mean, it's super primitive. Like, if you watch it now, it looks like a old PlayStation 1 game or something like that. I mean, there's not a lot of detail in the stuff, but there's a couple shots of the spaceship flying through space, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's like I said, it's lacking a little bit of the detail, but it looks pretty darn good. And you're like, for 1984, that's fantastic. But yeah, it's a cool movie. I love Grig, not Greg, Grig. His little co-pilot guy looks like a lizard, like the brown lizard with the turtle shell on his head. And he always laughs like he's wheezing. In the beginning of this movie too, it makes me laugh on the inside because it's about the kid. He's from the small little trailer park. Not a lot to do there. Like, all they can do for fun is go to the lake and make out with their girlfriends. That's like all they have to do, which ain't a bad thing. I'm not poo-pooing on that. But most of the time he has to stay there and take care of other people in the trailer park, And they have like this one video game, Starfighter, and he's always playing it. He's always playing the game because that's really all there is to do there, and he gets really good at it. But actually, deep down, the game is a secret test to find starfighters throughout the galaxy. Anybody that does good at that game, they're going to recruit to be a starfighter for real up in space. But anyways, at the beginning of the movie, he's playing the game and he's getting ready to like break the record, and everybody from the trailer park is all gathered around. Oh my God, get him, break the record. Like, everybody's into it so much. And then when he breaks the record, they're all celebrating like he just won the Olympics. You got the one black guy, he busted the record. He busted the record. All right, Alex. Yeah, Alex. And I feel like that's what gamers are like when they're in their basement playing their video game. I'm not a big gamer. I don't play video games. I think they're kind of a waste of time. I realize it's just another form of entertainment, no different than a movie, but I just can't get into a game because nobody cares. You don't win anything. Who gives a crap? But in this movie, though, boy, let me tell you, everybody cares. They're all congratulating him. All right, Alex. Yeah. And you got the old grandma there. Alex is going to break the record. Good job, Alex. Like, dude, in real life, no one would give a shit that you're sitting there playing that video game and you got the high score. Who cares? But it's just so funny in this movie, man. He's got the whole crowd of people around him. Like I said, like he just won the Olympics or something. It is hilarious. Moving on to the last movie here. And I'm saving the best for last. Like I said, I also got this one on Friday. Already watched it. Days of Thunder, Tom Cruise, Robert Duvall. Oh my God, this is awesome. I know people are going to disagree, but this blows Ford versus Ferrari straight off the track. Straight. Dude, directed by Tony Scott. He's just got a feel to his movies. It's just, the pacing, the action. Dude, Tony Scott is the man. This was so good. I forgot how good this was. I was putting it in expecting it to seem a little aged and old because I know the NASCARs look kind of old. But man, I'm telling you, This movie hits on every level. Amazing. You really get a sense of speed when they're racing and everything. And I don't know how they shot some of those race scenes, especially some of the wrecks. Like when the hood flies off and bounces back over the cars. How the hell did they film that? How'd they film some of these spin outs where everybody's spinning out on the track? Crazy, crazy, awesome race scenes. And this movie is almost a perfect movie. I will say the movie does drop off just a tiny bit after he has his first major wreck and he gets the head injury. Him and Rowdy Burns, his rival, they both have the head injuries, and the movie does kind of slow down a little bit. But man, that first montage of him racing, and they're playing that I don't know the song, but when they're playing that song, they're showing all the different race highlights when he very first gets into the NASCAR circuit. Dude, that is epic. That is epic. I love all those scenes and everything. He's like, I'm coming into the pits. He's like, well, you can't come in right now, Cole. He's like, why not? He's like, well, we're eating ice cream. Ice cream. He looks over and they're just sitting there eating ice cream, and he's just, everything about it is so good. I love how dirty the cars get too. Just black shit smeared up all on the sides. Man, it's so good. The action scenes in this are so well done. Great, great movie. And you just hate Carrie Elwes, whatever his name is. Princess Bride guy. Carrie Elwes. Yeah, you hate his character so much in this. He's such a douchebag. Because after Tom Cruise gets hurt, they have to bring in another driver to take his spot. And the guy's just an asshole the whole time. You just want him to beat him so bad. You know, you just want Tom Cruise to win. He's just such an asshole. And then at the end, like when they're getting ready for the Daytona 500, and Tom Cruise looks over at Carrie Ells over there, and he's sitting there with his wife, who looks like Gozar the Gozerian from Ghostbusters. Not kidding. She's got the same flat top looking black hair as Gozer the Gozerian. It's crazy. I'm like, dude, God, what a douchebag. And even your wife is ugly. Yes, this movie is so great. I give this a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Like I said, it's almost perfect, but it does slow down a tiny little bit, you know, after he has his wreck and they're developing more of the story. It's not bad at all. It's just not as just action packed as the first part of the movie. Yeah, it's great though, man. Robert Duvall, amazing, does an amazing job. Tom Cruise is just good. He's a great actor. I don't care what anybody says if they hate Tom Cruise, man. He is good. He puts everything into his characters. He takes it super seriously. And this is another great one. Man, I forgot how good this was. I hadn't seen this in a long time, and just amazing. Amazing movie. I love it. I love this so much. But anyways, guys, this video got really long. I apologize. I just, I start talking about my movies, I get excited. So, hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, y'all, peace.